Hello and welcome back to the channel. So it's again the weekend, so it's time for Nurburgring Blast time. So with Gran Turismo 7 we had an update and we had a few new cars added. So one is like a 1990s Formula 1 car, that's what we're doing here today. And the other one of interest to myself is a Hyundai Ioniq 5N, which is what I drove in real life thanks to the Hyundai UK only a couple of months ago. So we'll do that next week. But we're here now for the F1 car. So what, 770 odd horsepower, 505 kilos. That's lightweight. It's going to be quick. How quick? That's what we're here to find out. Before we do that, I did notice something that I thought was quite interesting. Is this actually has various forms, which I think is going to be great if anybody wants to do like an F1 league online. You can really get to some of the nuances of some of the cars from the 90s. I'll just quickly show you that before we go to the lap. So we're here in the GT Auto car customization section, and you can see here custom parts. Now we're going to run this car as default because that's what we do in Nurburgring Blast, but to show you a little bits and pieces. Front wing, you've got the standard nose like this one, which is like maybe like a Williams kind of car, and then you got a slightly raised nose, maybe like one of the early 90s Ferraris, and then we've got one where the tip goes all the way to the edge, a bit like maybe a McLaren or something like that. On the side, you can actually change the side pods. I've never seen this done in Gran Turismo before. So second one, you can see the engine cover is slightly different and the side pods have moved back with a vent. And then we've got maybe more of a curved air intake above us, and again the side pods move forward but different, almost like the 1990s 1991 Jordan. Then on the rear we've got the standard rear wing, and then one with two central pillars, and then one with an actual extra element in the middle. So that's more like the Benson 91 Benetton. That's more like maybe the McLaren or something like that. So it's going to be interesting. You can get some variation, and they don't seem to make any difference to the PP, so that would be great for league racing. So if any of those leagues that you know of, let me know in the comments down below. Let's go to this lap. Right, a 90s F1 car versus the dangerous Nürburgring. V12 sitting behind us, so let's unleash her and see how fast she'll go. Right, into the first corner, down 2 gears, get that nose in, and then pick up the throttle, careful on traction. Right, down the hill we go, racing through the gears. That is 6th gear already, a little bit curved, and then flat out into the first technical section. Down a couple of gears, floater through, careful on the power, because it can be quite unruly on some of these bumps and yumps. But we've got to use all that power there. If we can just keep up the minimum speed, we can keep up that downforce, and that downforce is rip. Right, flat out towards the front flats, already up to 6th gear, easy flat over there, oodles of downforce through here. Speed wise, this should be 14,500 RPM red line. 6th gear, it's about 208, 209 miles an hour, so pretty much maxed out at this point. Flat out through shrinking points, easy flat, and then hard on the brakes. Down 3 gears, get the nose in, try and search for a bit of power. There we go. Oh, nearly got spat out there in 3rd gear at that kind of speed. This car is really spiky drive on the limit. Right, VMAX as we go through the compression, and then up over the rise, easy there. Down a couple of gears, down 1 more, into the chicane there. The car feels quite pedestrian and quite clumsy at these kind of speeds. There you go, you can see traction issues in 2nd and 3rd as we try and drive out of there. Massive level 3, high and by, and then flat out for this left-hander, easy, and then down 3 gears, get the nose in a little bit deep there, makes it harder to come back for there. Have to be careful on acceleration through there. Right, down to 3rd, downhill braking, right, on the power when we dare. Oh no, I've hit too many gears. Right, flat out through that little chicane, miss is a lift, and then back on the power, already in 6th gear for that one. Down a few gears into 2nd, try and get that nose in. Again, the car feels quite clumsy in the acceleration. I just can't trust the rear end. A little bit of traction control, and I think that would go a long way through some of these slower corners. Right, corners like this again, struggling with, just trusting that rear end and traction. Right, flat out, we've got the Louder King coming up here, that should be easy flat, and then hard on the brakes. Try and keep it in the camber and focus on the exit. There you go. One of the problems is, it feels like this car wants to drive with a little bit of traction control, because as a human, the engine just especially in lower gears, just revs so quickly. You can go from 5,000 to 14,000 in a split second, and it's also facing the wrong way. Right, flat out up the hill, but bravery corner here should be easy flat. Yeah, just tip her in, and then it should be flat up over here, as long as we don't touch the curb. Good through there, and then hard on the brakes. All the way to second gear. I love a 6-speed gearbox. These 8-speed gearboxes and more nowadays I hate. Right into carousel. It's going to feel pedestrian through here. Second gear, the car's low, it's bumping along. It's not liking that. We have to be very careful on acceleration to get the traction down out there because it's so bumpy. Right, into the roller coaster section. Let's see if we can pick up some time through here. Just try and keep the traction up and try and keep up the minimum speed, because the more minimum speed we keep up, the more aero grip we have. Right, dip and run flat out to the first section, dab a brake for the second, and then back on the power, down one gear, get that nose in, and then back on the power. Careful as we come over the rises, as that rear end will snap out from us. Brunchen, all understeer, back on the power though. Just missed the turning point there and just caused a lot of understeer. Right. Again, we're going to have to be careful on the curbs here and the bumps. Oh, that's why the car will go. Right, flat out up over the rise. Going to have to little jump through here. Go flat, no, just a little bit for confidence lift through there. And then step on Bella Fest as we come up over the rise. Yes, it should be easy flat through here. All the way up in 6th gear, easy flat. And then the worst corner on the track is going to be a lift. Down one gear, down another gear. No, we've made a mistake. Oh, just about kept it on the track. Right, baby carousel. Going to try and hold third through there. Oh, again. Traction. Come on. Right, into the last corner before Dottinger her. Lift as we tip it in. And then we should have Oodle's grip. Already in 6th as we exit. Right, now we can breathe, relax. We're about, I believe, it's a kilometre or a mile down the Dottinger her. Nothing much we can do. We're just going to literally bounce off the limiter. This car is intense. I think maybe 2 or 3 on the traction control would make it a little bit more drivable all the time. But this thing is fast. How fast? We'll find out soon. We've got the final corners coming through here, just easy flat through here. And then hard on the brakes. All the way to second. Could probably go a bit deeper on there. That's what she said. Right, final corner. Get that nose in and then search for the traction. Up through the gears and then hard on the brakes. Whew! This car is fun, but it's on a knife edge. It does feel like a real, what you'd expect a 1990s F1 car to be. Fast in a straight line, clumsy in the slow corners, fast through the fast corners, but also really spiky. It is on a knife edge. You can see how maybe you could do a good qualifying lap, but imagine doing 50, 60 laps like this. You're going to be mentally exhausted. Well, let's see how fast it's gone. Let's see if it can compare to the McLaren from 1988, I believe it's in here. So let's see how fast. That is a 5-minute 16-second lap time. So I was expecting maybe a 5:30. That's what I thought in my head. That seems pretty good. It's going to be definitely up there. It's not going to be fastest because that was Tomahawk. But let's see whereabouts it is sitting. Wow, that takes it 5th fastest. Our 5th fastest car around here on the Nurburgring and Nurburgring Blast rules. That's a little bit faster than the Mercedes F1 car that was added in Gran Turismo 6. And quite considerably faster than the 1988 McLaren, the real F1 car that was added in here. That was really good fun. Now, there is definitely time in that, but as I say, Nürburgring Blast rules. No setup changes, no HUD, so no traction control or anything like that. So it's a real, just me and the car and the track. And I'm pretty happy with that lap. I've really enjoyed it, and I hope you did too. If you did, a thumbs up is much appreciated. If you didn't, if you think you can do better, post it down in the comments down below, and I can go and check out your video. But then, until next time, goodbye and have a good one.